Hello. So I'm gonna apologize now if like the color and white balance is all off. It is super dark and rainy and dreary out. So I have my ring light on and it's not doing any of this any favors. But I wanted to get started on this vlog. It is technically Thursday, so the readathon doesn't start for another like 12-ish hours. But I wanted to get started on it now, fill you in on my reading and my life, and just get this vlog going. So first of all, my reading has not happened yet. It is the 7th today, and I haven't read anything since, I don't know, like the 22nd of September. So that's fun for me. I am technically rereading, I have the dust jacket of Where Dreams Descend. I am rereading this on audio, and I'm like 75% through, but I just cannot focus at all. I've also started a romance on Kindle. I have started The Beautiful by Readathon. I have started All These Bodies by Kendar Blake. I have tried everything. It's not working. But the reason is, and this is where we're gonna get into my life, I am really sick. So I haven't talked about it, I don't think, in a book video. I think I mentioned it briefly in my daily plan with me. I'll link that down below. But I am struggling right now with chronic illness. I have ulcerative colitis, which, for those of you that don't know, is an inflammation in the large intestine, and it causes ulcers. And it means that I hurt all the time right now. I am in pain. I can't eat. Nothing I do makes me comfortable. I can't sleep. It is a time right now. And so because of that, I am struggling to do anything like at all. I'm not eating, so I have no energy. All I want to do is go to sleep because no matter how I sit or lay, everything hurts. So I want to nap all the time right now. But I am actually having a good day today. This week, it's Thursday now, and like this whole week has just been me lying in bed. This is the first day that I got up. I put on concealer onto this giant pimple that I have. Where we're living, we're thriving. I'm wearing my cute stay home shirt. So we're gonna try to read today. I feel it. I ate 300 calories already today. We're doing things, all right? So I wanted to talk about my TBR and all of that. I do have a couple of extra books off to the side since I am starting a little bit early, and I am not really working. So one of the great things about my job is, since I work in the medical field, they are really understanding about me being sick. And so I am technically on intermittent leave right now, and my work is amazing and working with me, so love that. But because of that, I actually have time. Throwing things on the ground. But because of that, I actually have time to start reading today, since I am kind of on hold on all of my projects right now. I'm just kind of doing what I can when I can. So I have a couple of extra books, since originally I thought I was only going to have like 2 days or so to read. I now have, I don't know, like 3.5. So I grabbed a couple of extra books that I want to get to on top of my regular TBR. So my regular TBR that I posted in my my TBR video, which will be in the cards, wherever the heck that is, I talked about 5 books in there. I discovered after that the final book that I mentioned, I think it's like The Circus of the Dead, is a YA paranormal, so I'm not going to read that. But those other 4 books do fit all of the prompts. And then I have 3 other books here that I might add in. The first one being The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. This is a witchy romance. I also have Payback's a Witch by Lana Harper, which is another witchy romance. And then I also got Fangs from my library, which is a graphic novel. I think this is also YA, but I believe it is a vampire romance. And it just looks really cute. I've heard really good things about this. I've heard great things about Sarah Anderson. So, yeah, I picked this up just as something quick to read. Like I said, I'm really struggling to read right now. So I'm hoping that this will be something good that I can like pick up for when like my headaches kick in. So I have no idea if anyone wants to hear about like chronic illness stuff, or if I should talk about that at all in this video. But it's a big part of my life right now, so it's probably gonna come up a few times. But yeah, so I'm gonna read those as well as my other 4 books, which are on my Kindle. And I have no idea what I'm going to start with. I might just start with the graphic novel, just since I have been struggling to read so much. This is something that I can just sit down and fly through, and like it might be something good to start with. So I might start with Bangs just to like ease me in. But I am really drawn to the X-Hex right now. I'm reading this for a book club. I will leave Chip's Instagram down below, but he runs the Steam and Screen Book Club. There is a Discord now, and we are reading the X-Hex this month for Team Steam. And so everyone's talking about it in the Discord already, and I don't know, I want to read this because it's like a book of the month pick, and it's like going around on Instagram and stuff. I want to read this before I get spoiled or anything like that, or like too hyped, or like people start saying it's not worth the hype. I don't know. I just want to read this before before all of the hype dies down, so that I'm not like ruined or spoiled for this book, because I'm really excited for it. So I might start this, or I might read this and then dive right into this. And then if this is getting to be like, I don't know, too much, I might pick up a Kindle book in there. But I think this is where I want to start. So I also wanted to mention, I literally just shut the camera off and turned it on. I'm going to be using this really cute book sleeve from Jess's shop, Art and Admirations. She makes these really adorable book sleeves. And I think I got this one last year, and it fits the vibe. So I'm going to be using this throughout the readathon. I have a couple of other ones behind me, but this is the one I'm going to use since all of my books are paperbacks, and they'll fit perfectly. So that's it. Goodbye.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long.
Hello. It is a little bit later. I changed because it's like 60 degrees outside and super duper rainy. And yeah, I'm just cold and lazy today. But I did decide to start on Fangs by Sarah Anderson. This was so dang cute. I just really, really liked this. It's like this short little graphic novel. It's just a romance between a vampire and a werewolf. But the way that it's laid out is not necessarily like a continuous story throughout the whole thing. Each panel is just kind of its own like little glimpse into their like day or relationship or whatever. And there's so many like funny moments. There's like all these scenes of like her getting ready, but like she can't see her reflection. And then like the werewolf will talk to dogs and chase squirrels, and it's really cute. And it was the perfect way to start the readathon, just because like I've been so slumpy and I just needed something that was like quick and easy and something that I could just kind of get through. And so this could fit for the vampire prompt on the bingo board. So that's at least one square down. But then I was sitting here and I was actually kind of in the mood to read. So I picked up The X-Hex by Erin Sterling. And I'm only like 43 pages in. So like I'm not far at all. I'm only like that far in. But it is so cute. Like this gives me, oh, hi Ellie. This gives me all of like small town, like paranormal vibes, like Hocus Pocus. It's essentially like the town of like, I don't know, Gilmore Girls, but witchy. It's really cute so far. This town has like a founding family who is this like big witch family who is from Wales. And the town has a university there, and the university has like normal human students, but it also has like secret witch students as well. And it opens up with this girl who finds out that the guy that she's been dating is actually engaged or like betrothed. And so they have this big breakup, and she and her cousin do this like fake curse on him. And he goes back to Wales, and now you flash to like 9 years later, and the girl is teaching at that university, and the boy that broke her heart is supposed to be coming back now because he is part of this founding family, and he has to kind of like magic up the ley lines. And I believe the hex, like the or the like not real hex that they put on him is actually real, and like it starts causing destruction in the town. And so I'm just getting to the part where he is coming back to town, and so I'm really excited to get to that. Sorry for this like huge pimple on my face. I keep trying to like cover it up, but it does not want to be hidden, so we're just rolling with it. But yeah, I have the rest of the afternoon off, so I think I'm just going to keep reading this, and I will check back in with you when I have more to say. Good morning. So it is Friday, and it is technically the start of the Paranormal Romance Readathon, and I am just getting ready for work for the day, so I thought this could be a good time to just check in and chat. So I ended up finishing my first book yesterday, which, where did I put it? So I think I talked about fangs in an earlier clip, hopefully. I don't remember. But I actually also ended up finishing The X-Hex by Aaron Sterling. I read the entire thing in one sitting. It was just so addictive and good. It's literally the first novel that I've read in like, I don't know, nearly 3 weeks, which is crazy. It gave me a ton of like practical magic and like Stars Hollow and Halloween Town vibes. It was really cute. It was like perfect for this time of year because it takes place like leading up to Halloween, but it's not scary at all, but it has like witchy and magical vibes. Like it's exactly what I look for during this time of year because I'm a big scary cat and I don't necessarily like horror, especially like in movies. I just don't like gore and stuff like that. Like it's not my jam. It was really good. I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't perfect. It didn't like give me butterflies the way that like I don't know, The Charm Offensive or The Love Hypothesis or It Happened One Summer did. So like it was really cute and like adorable and funny, but it didn't have that like, I don't know, that all-time favorite feel to it. But the small town vibes were amazing. Like I want to live in this small town. Like I don't know, everything about it was perfect. Like they have fall, it snows there, but they're like in the south somehow, and like there's witches. I don't know. It was so cute. Like their coffee shop is like the Coffee Cauldron or something, and witches work there and make the coffees. I don't know. It was really cute. Like I'm kind of obsessed with this small town. It kind of, like I said, it gives me this. If you have seen The Good Witch on Hallmark, that's what this is. That's what this is The Good Witch. I've been trying to pinpoint like what vibes it gives me, but that's it. If you've seen The Good Witch on Hallmark, that's exactly what this is. Except maybe like a pinch sexier. But overall, I'm really glad that Aaron Sterling / Rachel Hawkins decided to finally go into romance. I know that was like her original intended genre, and she just kind of like fell into YA and thrillers and stuff like that, but like she always wanted to be a romance author. So I'm really glad she did because this was a great like fun rom-com. And like I said, there's not enough witchy romance out there, and like this was so good. There is a side character in here, the cousin Gwen, and I'm really hoping that she gets her own book because she has this kind of like romance with the mayor, and the mayor is this like super intense woman who's like always said that like she's like vibrating because she runs on so much caffeine, and I really want their romance. That would be so cute. Plus, like, I'm always here for more Sapphic Witch stories. So that's really it for my update on that. It was a 4 stars. It was really good. Like I said, I couldn't put it down. So if you're looking for a book that's like easy to binge, I read this whole thing in like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Like I pretty much sat down and just like didn't stop reading. It was really good. So if you need a witchy book for the rest of this month, Smutathon is coming out. This might be a little long, but it's a week-long Smutathon. You could totally fit this in. But yeah, witchy Halloween happens in here. Good times. I'm trying to decide what I am going to start first. I am thinking that I'm going to start with 4 Psychos. I kind of want to hold off on Mating the Huntress only because I just read like a cutesy fun story. So I kind of want to read something a little bit like, I don't know, I kind of want to like shift around like the cute stuff and then like some of the darker stuff so that I don't get like burnt out on one of them. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start with Four Psychos. I don't remember how long it is, but I know that I was checking the links of all the books as I was choosing my TBR. Since this is only a 3-day readathon, I didn't want anything that was over like 300 pages on this TBR, other than the XX. Although this is just over 300 pages. This was like 308 pages. So I think this is going to be like the longest thing that I read. And I technically read this before the start of the Paranormal Romance Readathon. The only reason I started this vlog early was because I thought this was going to carry over into today, and it didn't, but we're going to make this a 4-day readathon reading vlog. We're just going to roll with it. But yeah, that's all I'm going to do for work today. It's going to be a short day anyways. Today is a good health day. That's 2 good health days in a row. I had a good day yesterday. I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm actually going to maybe eat some breakfast, although I'm not super hungry. We'll see. I'm for sure going to drink some electrolyte water, and then we're going to go from there. So I will check in with you later. Bye.
You will grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and be on your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
So I'm just checking in. I am about 25% into Four Psychos, and I'm really liking this. I didn't know what to expect going in. All I knew was that it followed a ghost who could like only communicate with these 4 guys, and I like the direction that it's going. I didn't know, other than like the ghosty element, like if this was going to be paranormal, but it seems like the 4 guys are some sort of immortal being. You don't really know yet. The ghost refers to them as Reapers, but like we don't really know who they are or anything. And I like the kind of like mystery element that's in here of like, who are these guys and like who's the ghost, because the ghost doesn't remember who she is or like know who she is or where she comes from. So I really like that element. I like that there's kind of like this underlying mystery element. They're also partaking in like a trial. We don't really know what the trial is yet. Like it's all unanswered, but I like that aspect too. And their banter is just really, really funny. Like the main character is just hilarious. Like her ghostiness is really funny. Like she keeps referring to herself as like leveling up, like every time she like gains these abilities. And I like how she just like rolls with everything. Like she gets this ability to like kill these guys like with this power out of her hand, and she's just like, well, I can do that now. And it's just really funny. So yeah, I'm excited to see like where it goes from here and like how much we get answered. I believe this is a trilogy. I'm not entirely sure, but if I really like this one, I might binge the rest of the series. Maybe not like this weekend, but like over the rest of the month, just because I'm curious to see like where this series goes. Like I said, there's a bunch of like unanswered things, so I kind of want to know all of the answers. So I don't know if I'm going to be satisfied after this first one or if I'm going to need to like keep going. Who knows? All of the books that I have are like less than 200 pages. This might actually be my longest book. I want to say this one's like 190 pages or something. So if I finish this one today, like I might be able to binge this whole series. I don't know how long the rest of the books are, but we'll find out. I get like a quarter of the way in, so I'm going to take a little break and watch some YouTube, and then I will get back to reading, and I'll check in. I'm thinking I'll check in like every 25% or so, maybe. Since this one's a little bit longer, I'm sure I'll have more to say around the 50% mark. I have one that's like, I think it's a Mirror Monster on the Wall, is only like 30 pages or 45 pages or something like that. So I probably won't check in as much with a story like that. But yeah, I will check back in when I hit 50%. So it is much later I have moved to the bedroom. I started off having a really good pain day today, and I thought it was getting a lot better since I had a really good day yesterday, and I actually like ate like two meals today. But about an hour ago, I started to have pain again, so love that for me. But so we came upstairs. I'm now about 70 cat. I'm now about 70% into Four Psychos. Ellie, jeez. Okay. Hopefully we can keep the cat away from the camera. I'm about 70% into Four Psychos, and I'm really liking it. It's definitely different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like romantic, not romantic, like more romance heavy than what it is. It's definitely more like plot heavy than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was more like, I don't know, I was thinking more like Katie Robert, where it's like the romance is the plot and like everything else is just kind of like there for fun, like wicked villains. But this is actually has like this is more plot driven with a romance in it, which I really actually am kind of digging right now. There's definitely a lot of romance. There's a lot of sexual tension between the four guys and the ghost, which I really like, and I'm hoping we're getting to them finally like coming together. But at the point that I'm at, they still can't like touch the girl. So it's a lot of like banter and like I don't know, just like like attraction, but like they can't like physically touch each other yet, which it's a really cool concept for a romance. So they kind of have to like, I don't know, like all of their chemistry and stuff can't be physical. So it's I'm really enjoying it so far. I might have to find a way to binge the rest of the series because I'm like 70% in and we don't have a ton of answers yet. And so I'm like, I don't if we don't know the answers to everything, I don't know if I could stop. So I think I'm gonna finish this. And then I know two of the books that I have are really short. I believe Mating the Huntress and Mirror Monster on my wall are both under 100 pages. And I believe Queen Takes Night is like 170 or something. So I'm hoping that I can finish maybe all three of them tomorrow and then jump back on the rest of this series. That's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm going to see if I can find maybe like an audiobook for this so that maybe I can like do some audiobook listening sometime over the weekend. I don't know. I am enjoying physically reading them, so we'll see. But for now, I think I'm going to go start a bath because I am so uncomfortable and I just need to, I don't know, have kind of like a self care night. So I'm gonna run a bath and wash my hair because it's kind of gross from all the dry shampoo I've put in it the last couple of days. And so yeah, I'm gonna go do that and I will check in with you when I finish this book.
Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Good morning. It is, I don't know, nearly 9 o'clock. I never checked in with you last night because I went to bed at 8:30 because it was a terrible night. But I did finish Four Psychos. I keep trying to I keep trying to start this clip and like people keep walking past or like my cat jumps. One of these days I'll actually talk about this book. But I finished Four Cycles last night and it was really good. I gave this 4 stars. It wasn't as romance heavy as I assumed it was gonna be. That's my own fault. I thought they were like gonna all just like come together in this first book. Like, I don't know. I read too much Katie Robert now. I'm used to them just like getting right to it. But they're kind of like in this first book, like towing the line of like, will they, won't they? Like, obviously they will. It's a romance. But I love their banter and just like they kind of like will do like this one step back where they'll like do something really kind for each other and then like I don't know, turn on each other and like they'll start bickering again. And I really like all their dynamics. E is my favorite character right now. He is so sweet. I just cannot with him. He's my favorite. But I also really loved the paranormal elements, as well as like there's like this mysterious plot, I guess, or like mysterious undertone to this whole book, because like nobody really knows like who they are or like where they came from or like why they're doing the things that they do. So like the four guys are like hell angels or fallen angels or demons or something, and they know they work for hell, but they don't know like why they're so powerful or like what all their powers are, like where they came from or anything like that. And so they're trying to figure that out. Meanwhile, the female or the heroine is like a ghost spirit, but she doesn't follow any of the rules of like your normal spirit or ghost. And she can do like all these weird things, and she has powers, and she has no memories. And so you're kind of trying to figure out like who is she, like where did she come from, why does she know things, but like she knows what pizza is, but she doesn't have any memories of ever eating pizza. And so you're trying to figure out like where did she come from, and then like why is she stuck with these guys, because only these four guys can see her. And so you're trying to figure out like how are they all connected and stuff. And so this book, I don't want to say ends on a cliffhanger, it's more just like and here is this next thing. More people walking inside. And so it ends on like, oh, opening up this new door to like this next thing. And I just really want to read the next, I think there's 3 more books. And so I did download them already. So they're sitting on my Kindle library. So I think I'm going to start Mirror Monster on the Wall and try to get through that, as well as Mating the Huntress by Talia Hibbert. I'm definitely going to try to get through those 2, because both of those combined are less than like, I think they're like 150 pages combined. And then if I have time, I'm going to read Queen Takes Nights or Queen Takes Night, I don't remember, today, so that I can get through the rest of the, or so I can start getting through the rest of the I don't think it's called the Four Psychos, whatever the series is for Four Psychos, because yeah, I really want to continue that. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna read Queen Takes Night and be addicted to that one too, but if I am, I'm just gonna read the rest of the Four Psychos series and then jump right into that one as well. Since one is like demons and ghosts and one's vampires, I don't think I'll burn myself out, but we shall see. So my plan is to sit here and drink my homemade electrolyte water. It's not actually this weird yellow color, the glass is just discolored. And then I am weaning myself off of coffee, because I'm not supposed to have coffee with my ulcerative colitis flare, but I am wholly dependent. So I am slowly weaning myself off. So this is my 1 cup of watered down coffee for the day. And so I'm gonna drink these. I'm going to read Mirror Monster on the Wall, and I will check back in with you when I'm done. It's only like 80 pages long, so I doubt like I will have much to say while I'm reading, but who knows. But yeah, I will check in with you in a bit.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spent my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break.
Hello. So we are kind of at a weird angle here, but it has been a little bit since I have last checked in I have finished Mirror Monster on the Wall, and I gave this 4 stars. This was really good. I didn't know what to expect going into this. I always worry with monster romances that if the author isn't like really, really good about like, how do I explain this? If the author isn't really good about keeping up with where everything is, they can be a little confusing us during like the physical parts because they're monsters. So like these guys had like extra arms and like a bunch of eyes and like they could bend weird ways because they weren't human. And so when you include 4 monsters and a girl as well as all these extra appendages and things, I always worry that it's going to get like difficult to follow those scenes. But this author did an amazing job with everything, not only with like the physical elements, but the characters as well. Like it's only, I don't know, like 80 some pages, but I felt like everything was completely fleshed out, which is really impressive. Because I feel like a lot of times with novellas, the problem is like you only get a little glimpse. And so it's like, okay, this was great, but I really wanted like more from each of these characters. And I feel like this was like perfect. Like there was nothing that I felt like was underdeveloped or that. And I'm kind of obsessed with the way that this ended. Like the ending totally sold me for this one. Like it was the perfect ending for the story. And I'm really glad that the author like went there and didn't try to like, I don't know. This has the best way to put this is this has the best like good for her ending. Like that's what I'm going to say. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely want to read. There's going to be, I think, more books in the series. I don't think they're out yet, but I am planning to read them when they come out because this was really good. I finished that like quite a while ago. It's like 2 o'clock now. I went to the library really quick after I finished that. I ate a little bit of food, which is always a plus right now. And then I actually started editing this vlog because I already have like a million clips sitting on my phone. And I was like, I need to start getting some of these off. Actually, hold on. But yeah, so I started editing this vlog because I had a lot of content already sitting on my phone and I needed to start moving some of it off my phone to make room. But I am actually just getting ready right now because I am going to film a couple of things today. My husband is out. He went to a baseball game with some friends. We live in Milwaukee. The Milwaukee is across the street. And the Brewers are in the playoffs and we live like, I don't know, 8 minutes from the stadium. So he and some friends decided to go to the game. So yeah, so they're there right now while I am at home, and that gives me some time to read and film and all this stuff. I I don't know if I will include the clips or not in this vlog, but so I live across the street from a high school. There is a football stadium directly outside of this window, and it is homecoming week. So they have had all kinds of like different games and stuff going on. And so they have a bunch of, they had a soccer game this morning, and now there is a football game going on. And this is also a really busy street that I live on. And so I keep trying to vlog in my living room, and people keep walking past, and I am so self conscious. Like all of a sudden, like I'm like, oh, people can hear me talking, and like my camera was sitting on like a ladder because I didn't my tripod is really short, and so it wasn't like high enough, and so I had just a ladder in the kitchen that I like grabbed really quick and I set my camera on it. I was like, I look like a crazy person sitting here with the windows wide open with my camera propped up on a ladder talking to it all by myself. Luckily, at least I'm on the second floor now, so people might be able to hear me, but they don't know that I'm like talking to myself. That was interesting, but I'm just gonna finish getting ready and then I'm gonna start filming. Hello. It is quite a bit later. I have made something almost resembling a meal. Um, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, but I am suffering from a really terrible flare, and because of that, it's really affecting my eating. Um, it's a digestive disease, so it can cause severe appetite loss. Sorry, but my makeup is a little wild, and like everything else has been wiped off, but I haven't taken it off since I filmed. But yeah, it really affects my appetite. And whenever I eat, if I eat anything that like my body doesn't particularly like, it causes severe pain and just it's a great time. So I can eat anything that's really easily digestible as long as it doesn't have sugar, dairy, nuts, seeds, gluten, flavor, anything that it can't be flavorful. It has to be. So I'm pretty much on none of those, low fiber, bland diet. And so I can have like a banana, I can have peanut butter, I can have avocados, I can have some chicken as long as it's not really flavored. This is just a plain rotisserie chicken from my local grocery store. I can have potatoes. So this is, I can have applesauce. That's like my dessert usually is some applesauce. Or if I'm having a really bad day, applesauce is like all I can eat because I don't have to like chew. And so it's like the only thing I can stomach. Oh, I can have eggs. That's another thing. I pretty much live on eggs right now. Without eggs, I don't think I'd get, like I'm already not getting enough calories, but I don't think I would have like any calories if it wasn't for eggs recently. But yeah, so I'm gonna eat my chicken and my potato gnocchi and see how much I can eat. I have to eat really slowly because if I eat too fast, it causes severe. I don't see anything out there. I don't know what you're barking at. Or the neighbors outside? That's gonna be uncomfortable for me. But anyways, yeah, if I eat too fast, it causes severe cramping and bloating. So I have to eat really slowly. Try to chew my food, not swallow too much air. It's a good time. But it's got a lot to say. But yeah, I'm just going to sit here and eat my food. And I am finally going to start in on Meeting the Huntress. It is, I don't know, like 5 o'clock now or something. I filmed, it's really rude of you to interrupt me. I filmed 3 videos. Living on a busy street, man. I filmed 3 videos. I was able to film 2 recommendation videos for next week and then a tag video for the following week. So yeah, I got a lot done today, even though I didn't get nearly as much reading done, but I'm home alone like all night now. My husband is at a baseball game. I was gonna say a Brewers game, but you might not know what the Brewers are. He's at a baseball game. It is a playoff game, so he will probably be there until he's probably not gonna get home until like 9 o'clock. So I have like the next 4 hours to just kind of like hang out. So I think I'm gonna find an ambiance video and I am going to sit here and eat and read Meeting the Huntress. I like how I'm eating with my hands and holding my fork. Classy. But yeah, I'm gonna read that. It's like 100 pages. I think my Kindle said it was gonna take like 2 hours on average, but I'll probably fly through it. But yeah, I will check in with you when I am done.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
My tripod is super duper broken, so hopefully it's not too crooked. I am like 30% into Mating the Huntress by Talia Hibbert, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with this book. I've read quite a few Talia Hibberts, and I have only given them like 3 stars, but this is set up to be a 5-star book. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed. So you're following a werewolf, and this werewolf meets a huntress in the prologue, and he smells her sweatshirt and he like jumps on her and rips off part of the hoodie and then like runs away. And the huntresses all think that the werewolves are just like these mindless beasts, But when the werewolf smelled the hoodie, he realized that the whoever the owner of the hoodie was his mate. And so he goes to a coffee shop and like hunts down the owner of the hoodie. She owns this coffee shop and her family is all huntresses and they hunt werewolves. And but she is not allowed to hunt werewolves. And so she decides that she is going to go on a date with this werewolf that she doesn't know that they're mates, but he knows. And so she agrees to go on a date with him to try and like seduce him and then kill him. And so they're on their date, and so they're at his house, and she like starts whipping out like silver everywhere and like throws silver at him and like stabs him with the silver dagger. And he's just like swooning over. He's like, oh my god, like I love her so much, and I'm just like dying. I love it so much. There's like a scene. The hesitation, the demure smiles, and the lowered lashes, it had all been a trap. She wasn't gentle or sweet or biddable. She was a bloodthirsty fucking murderer, his heart sang. And I'm just like, I'm so in love with this. The werewolf is so funny because he's like trying to be human. And so like he he brings her like cupcakes and then he like hands her a cupcake and he's like, oh, you probably need like a plate and a fork, don't you? That's so cute. He's like making a fire because he's like, I know humans can get cold. It's just, I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed with this book. I have Erin from Booked and Busy, her reading sprint's up right now. And so I am hoping that I can finish this super soon. My Kindle says I have an hour left, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me. I sometimes can fly through these and sometimes I get really distracted, but I'm hoping that since I'm here alone and I don't know, I'm in a reading mood and I just love this so much. So I will check back in with you in a little bit. Hello. So it is the next day. It is Sunday morning. I did end up checking in with you again last night. My husband ended up getting home from the game and we hung out and walked the dogs. And then I just kind of got into bed and finished my reading for the night. And I was too lazy to get up and get my tripod and film another clip. But I did end up finishing Mating the Huntress by Talia Hibbert. And oh my God, this book. I gave this 5 stars. Oh my god, I love this so much. It was so funny, so swoony. I'm obsessed. I'm officially a Talia Hibbert stan. This was so good. I kind of talked about this a little bit in one of the previous clips, but like it was so funny. Like I loved this take on shifters and how like he was kind of like one with his beast and he didn't really understand humans and it was just so cute. And I really liked that this book didn't go into a trope that I don't really like, which is like when people like don't believe the people that they supposedly love and are like important to them. So like the heroine learns all of this information about werewolves and her family is missing a lot. Even though they're hunters, they're like missing a lot of information about werewolves. And so she shares it with her family and her family's like, oh, cool, that's good to know. And I was like, oh, thank God. Because sometimes whenever like that stuff comes up, I'm like, we're about to get like a whole ton of drama that is not necessary. And I just love that Talia Hibbert like she just didn't go there. I really liked how she handled all of that. So this was so good. And then after that, I did not end up diving into Queen Takes Nights. Instead, I ended up reading Green Eyed Monster, and I don't remember the author, but I'll put the picture up here. I heard of this from Bree from In Love and Words. She was raving about how this was like really adorable, and I was like, okay, I just need like something really short. It was like 8:45, and I was like, I just need something short that I can like quickly run through. This is like 50 pages. It's about this like buttoned up, like intelligent orc and this kind of like aloof, earthy dryad. And it is their romance and it is so cute. Like it was really adorable. I gave this one 3 stars because it was only like 45 pages. So like there wasn't a ton to it. It's not something I'm gonna like think about all the time for forever and ever. But if you need something really good for like Smuttathon or anything like that, like you need like a pick me up in between books, definitely put this one on your radar because it was adorable. Like I know that there is a full-length novel after this following like a character we get like a little glimpse of, and I am considering reading it because this was really cute. I don't think I am going to end up reading Queen Takes Night. I have officially completed the bingo board as of right now, which I will fill you in when I do my wrap up. But I am going to hold off only because I really want to get back to the Four Psychos. God, what was that series called? I can't remember. I really want to get back to that series, and I don't want to like start another series when I really just want to continue on with that one. So I think I'm just going to move that one to Smotathon, which is happening at the end of the month. And so I'm just going to continue on with the Four Psychos series. And right now I have to clean up from some videos and stuff that I filmed. So I am going to fix up my shelves and listen to, I did start the audiobook for Payback's a Witch. So I am going to listen to some of that while I clean up my shelves. And yeah, I will check back in with you later when I do some reading.
I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else.
Alright, so it is quite a bit later. It's like 5 o'clock or so on Sunday, and I am just over a quarter of the way into Three Trials, which is the second book in the, oh my goodness, I meant to look up the name of the series because I keep calling it the Four Psycho series, and that is not right. It is the Dark Side series. That's what it's called. I decided to start in on this one. I started listening to it on audio while I was doing my nails, and I really like the audiobook, but I do think I'm going to go back to reading it physically because I just kind of want to like sit down. It's another like stormy and dark day, so I just kind of want to like sit down and do some reading. But I think I am going to close out the vlog here just because it is getting a little late and I need to finish editing this video. So I'm just going to go pop up the bingo board here and just go over what books fit what prompts. Okay, so the first book I read was Fangs by Sarah Anderson, and this fit for the vampire prompt. I ended up giving this one 4 stars. I thought it was really cute and really fun and just a nice quick read. It was the perfect way to kind of like kick off the readathon. And then the next book I read was The Axe Hex by Erin Sterling, and this fit for the Pubbed in 2021. And I gave this one another 4 stars. This was a really cute and really fun witchy romance set in a small town, and it kind of had like a second chance, enemies to lovers sort of vibe, and it was really good. I liked this one a lot, and I was able to read it in a whole sitting, which was awesome. The next book I read was Four Psychos by Christy Cunning. This fit for the part of a series as well as the ghost prompt, and I am kind of obsessed with this series now. This first book I gave 4 stars just because I wanted more out of the romance, but I'm definitely getting it in book 2, so I have a feeling this is going to be a favorite paranormal romance series for me. Next, I read Mirror Monster on My Wall by Tam M. McNevin. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correct, but I read this for the novella as well as the black cover prompt, and I gave this one 4 stars too. I just really loved the characters and the representation and the plot, and the ending was it was perfect. And then my favorite book of the entire readathon was Mating the Huntress by Talia Hibbert. I gave this one 5 stars. It was everything I wanted in a shifter novella, and this fit for the fated mates as well as the shifter prompt. And yeah, I definitely want there. I know that this is supposed to be the start of a series, and I really want more books in the series because it was awesome. And then the last book I ended up reading was Green Eyed Monster by Elsie Winters, and this fit for the indie pub prompt. And this was a 3-star, really sweet, really fun monster romance. If you are looking to like dip your toe into monster romance, I highly recommend starting with this one, since the monster elements were kind of like on the lower end, and it's 2 monsters and not like a human and a monster. It's the perfect way to kind of like get into monster romances if you want to give them a try and you're not really sure if it's going to be your thing. And then now I am reading Three Trials, which is the next book in the Dark Side series, which obviously doesn't, my bingo board is full, but I am going to be continuing on with that. I'm going to try to finish that one tonight and possibly start in on book 3. But that is going to be it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you participated in this readathon and you have a vlog as well, link it down below so that I can go watch it and let me know what you read and what you loved and everything like that. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!